What is up, everyone? Hello. This is going to be my 100,000 subscriber Q&A video. Words cannot describe how much I appreciate all of you for getting me this far. To be honest, nothing feels really different to me. Realistically, I'm still going to keep doing what I'm doing, right? Still going to make videos and stream and whatnot, but nonetheless, I'm really happy to reach this milestone with such a niche topic in Arkham. But I don't want to waste too much time here. You guys asked a lot of questions on my community tab, and I picked out 20 of them, and I'm going to answer them here. So I hope you enjoy them with the gameplay I provide here, and yeah, let's go ahead and start answering some of these. If I didn't pick your question, I'm sorry. There were just a lot of them, and I didn't want to make the video too long. The first question here I want to talk about is from Kafka, who asks, what/who got you into making videos? And this is the longest answer out of any of these, so it wasn't a who so much as a what. And here's the reason I started making YouTube videos. So the reason I started my channel was because I was undergoing a ton of stress in my life and I needed an outlet to escape from my real world problems. The reason I was really stressed was because during that time, I was actually in the police academy. Yes, I wanted to pursue law enforcement, and the police academy I was in was this like 7-month extremely rigorous paramilitary style academy. Prior to this, my life was really chill, so it was a huge life change for me. Your entire life in the academy is essentially devoted to it, and I'm talking like waking up at 4 a.m., getting there at 5 a.m., and running 5 miles at 6 a.m., followed by like 10 hours of work. It's crazy, and you get home at like 6 to 7 p.m., you have to get ready to do it all over again the next day. It was brutal. So because of all this stress, for some reason, this made me want to do something new and productive to keep my mind off of it with the little free time I did have. I did have escapes like just playing video games, right? But I wanted to do something more productive. That's where I started making YouTube videos. Now, at first, I started uploading Pokemon videos. I did Pokemon Showdown live videos. It's a website where you can play the game Pokemon, and I was just recording myself playing it. I did random things too, like Let's Plays and stuff. I wasn't doing YouTube to get big. I just did it because it kept my mind off of things, and I really enjoyed it. These videos got like 15 views, you know, for the longest time. So that shows you I just did it for the love and for the enjoyment. But then fast forward like month 4 of the police academy. I dropped this video here, why Arkham Batman is the best Batman of all time. And this video was like my first video to like quote unquote do really well or blow up, at least to me. It got like 40,000 views when it peaked, and I remember being so happy, like, holy crap, people like this video. So I started doing more Batman videos because 1, I love Batman and superheroes, and 2, I enjoy it, and 3, other people enjoyed it. So I did that, and around the end of the police academy, I started making YouTube shorts. And these shorts are really where I started popping off. Like, I was gaining a lot of subscribers when I just started making these YouTube shorts. So I started making one YouTube short every day for like the next 2 years, bro. So yeah, I kept doing that. I did finish a police academy. I was doing law enforcement stuff for a bit, but ultimately, I did not think it was for me. My heart wasn't in it, and I left to pursue YouTube. And I left to pursue YouTube at like 40,000 subscribers, which isn't a good idea, honestly. I wouldn't recommend it, but in my specific case, if YouTube did fail, I had a ton of support and backup plans. Like, I could go back to work in law enforcement or go for other jobs. I had outs, basically, so it wasn't the biggest risk, but yeah. But yeah, man, since then, I've just been working on YouTube, and here I am. So to summarize, I was extremely stressed and needed a creative outlet, so I started YouTube. My Batman Arkham videos started popping off, and now I'm this Batman Arkham channel. It's been a huge blessing. I always think, like, what a random life I have, right? Like, when I told them I wanted to quit and they asked why, I said it's because I wanted to pursue YouTube, and they were surprised. It was a first for them, as I expected, so it was funny. Before that, though, I was actually asset protection at Target, and I remember on slow days when I worked at asset protection at Target that I would just stand around and think of video ideas and low-key talk to myself in my mind on narrating and making these videos. So I guess that's where I really started to think of making videos, but yeah, I didn't start making videos until the police academy. Next question is from Nate Likes Comics, and he asks, what keeps you from getting burnt out on having a strictly based Batman channel and not wanting to expand out to other games or stories like Marvel or other DC heroes? So just to say this right off the bat, me as a person, I get burnt out from everything. There won't be anything in my life where I won't get tired of it to some extent. With that being said, with a Batman Arkham specific channel, I will never ever quit, nor will I ever get to the level of burnt out where I just quit from making these videos. I know I won't. I'll get tired at times, but that's anything for me, like I said. I guess to answer your question though, what really keeps me not being burnt out from having a strictly based Batman channel is the fact that I've loved Batman since I was a kid. I played the Arkham games since they were released since I was a kid. All of them. I've beaten Arkham City, Arkham Origins, and Arkham Knight all at least 1,000 times. Like, I swear to God, in my lifetime, I beat those games 1,000 times. I know I have. I know damn near everything about the games. You know, more or less. And with how popular Batman and these games are, and how much I love the character, it just feels all so separate and unique to me than other heroes in DC or Marvel, to the point where I am in my comfort zone with anything Batman Arkham related. With that being said though, I would like to expand, and I have expanded to an extent. I've made Insomniac Spider-Man videos, and those videos did pretty well if you're going based off viewership. I've made videos recently that did well that aren't Batman Arkham focused, like the video game Mount Rushmore, in the Batman and the Boys universe where, that wasn't Arkham focused. It was more expansive, talking about the boys. So I would like to expand when the time is right, like when new superhero games come out or a new broad video game idea comes to mind that I think could do well. But if it doesn't work out, I am perfectly fine just making Batman Arkham videos. I have, at the time of this video, I'd say like a year worth of ideas that are all viable for Arkham, and I keep thinking of new ideas all the time. I can make sequels to existing ones too, like lore details and stuff. And there's constantly new Batman stuff coming out, like Arkham Shadow. So it's just a win-win for me either way, whether I expand or not. I just want to keep making Batman videos, man. I don't know, I love it. But I have proven to myself I could expand with the right mindset and the right ideas. But for me, I'm going to take that process slow, and we'll see where I am in 6 months. Next up, an amazing YouTuber, and one I consider a friend, named That Boy Aqua, asks, if there was an Arkham spin-off starring a member of the Arkham Bat family, who would it be and why? This one's easy. Nightwing. Nightwing for me because, first of all, if you choose someone like Robin or Red Hood, I feel like most likely it'd stay in Gotham City, which is fine, but with a Nightwing spinoff, we can now go to Bloodhaven and learn all about that city and its lore and expand the Arkham universe. The established lore the Arkham games gave us and so on to Nightwing, I feel has enough there to make a game for him. I also feel like Nightwing just needs his own game. I feel like DC disrespects this guy a lot, and he's one of my favorite superheroes, so I'm biased. But yeah, I think a Nightwing game is long overdue. Tristan asks, do you think Rocksteady disrespected Kevin Conroy in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League? No, I do not. They did not disrespect Kevin Conroy. People get that mixed up with the actual Batman character. I think Batman was disrespected for sure in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, but Kevin Conroy agreed to do the game, and he honestly sounded like he enjoyed playing his role in the game as this evil Batman. I think Batman, like I said, was done horribly, but Kevin Conroy himself wasn't disrespected. He wasn't. They gave him a really nice tribute at the end too. Like I said, it sounded like he enjoyed playing the role, and I don't think he was disrespected. It's also really happy for me to, kind of think that he really enjoyed playing his role in that game. Temple asks, what is my top 10 favorite Batman villains? 10 is a lot, bro. I don't know. This could change tomorrow if you ask me tomorrow, but from like best to worst, it's something like Two-Face, Killer Croc, Joker, Bane, Mr. Freeze, Clayface, Mad Hatter, Riddler, Poison Ivy, and Professor Pig. I love Two-Face. Two-Face is my favorite Batman villain. I love villains with emotional stories, hence why Harvey is my favorite villain, followed by Killer Croc, who's also another emotional villain. But the other villains are just really unique in their own ways that I think they make my top 10 because of that. But like I said, if you asked me on another day, like you just walk up to me on the street and ask me this question, I'd probably tell you something different. Slabababagoo asks, or Akino, I think this is Akino, I think I know this guy. He asks if I edit my own videos and did I make my own banner. I do make and edit my own videos. However, there has been a handful of times where I've been assisted by a good friend of mine, Andy Chrome Gonzalez. He's actually full-on made videos for me. I just do the voiceover, but he does all the editing. Like the Boys video I made, and a few others, like the Arkham Jeopardy videos. He edited those for me. I ask him because sometimes I feel like I'm too busy to do it myself that week, or I think he will do it better, and he's really good at making videos, so shout out to him. He's really good at it. My thumbnails, as of recent, are made by someone named Jerry on Fiverr. Fiverr is a website where you can just hire people that are talented to do stuff for you. Talented guy. And I've been helped out before, like my friend Higashi helped me make thumbnails a long time ago, for example. So yeah, I have gotten help on my channel before. My banner was made by someone I used to work with, so that was not made by me, but yeah, that's the story behind that. I edit like 99% of my videos, but every time I need help, every now and then, I ask usually Andy at this point to help me out. And yeah, he's always happy to do so, but I never forget who helps me. They got me where I am, so I really appreciate everyone that helped me. Next question. Nebula asks what college I went to and what was my major. Hello, Nebula. I went to California State University of Sacramento, and I majored in criminal justice. I wanted to pursue a career in law enforcement, and I graduated with my Bachelor of Science degree in criminal justice after 4.5 years. I enjoyed college, man. I actually got in the dean's list in college, which is crazy. I was pretty average in high school, but in college, I excelled low-key. And yes, that is me giving myself props. Like, I'm patting myself on the back. A random thing to add on to this, but I recommend college to anyone that can go, not just because of an education, but it's an experience you can't get anywhere else, dude. People you meet, the interactions you have, the experiences you gather, you'll never be able to get those anywhere else, I think. So I recommend it for that reason mainly. But yeah, man, that's where I went to college. Elias Man asks what my favorite Batman comic is and why I'm so obsessed with the Arkham games. My favorite Batman comic is Batman Year One. I just love the origin of Batman here and the focus on Gordon as they both try to make Gotham a better place. I don't know, there's a certain charm and simplicity to the story that I really appreciate, and I'm obsessed with the Arkham games because they've been an escape for me since I was a kid. If I was ever sad, these games would brighten up my day. I don't think there's other games like it, and I don't know, man, I just love the style and feel of these games. I couldn't exactly tell you why I'm so obsessed. It's just I love superheroes. The Arkham games are some of the best superhero games ever created. Yeah, man, I just love these games. Sammy Noel Hack asks what games I regularly play. I play a ton of games. I'm just a huge gamer. I play a lot of Nintendo games. I play Pokemon games all the time. I love Pokemon, Metroid games, Mario Party, Smash Brothers. I just love Nintendo games, essentially. But I play a lot of shooters. I'm nasty at Call of Duty. I play role-playing games like Red Dead 2. I'm playing through Resident Evil 4, 7, and 8 right now at the time of this video. So yeah, man, I just play a lot of different games. Except like MOBAs. I hate MOBAs. They're ass. I do not like playing those games. Unless it's Pokemon Unite, because it's simpler and it's Pokemon. But yeah, man, I usually play any kind of game. I've grown up with different kinds of consoles and video games. So yeah. Canna Juice 83 asks if I went back in time and restarted my channel to change the focus, what would I pick? I mean, I would always just choose Arkham. That's my first pick for a YouTube channel. But if I had to pick something else and if it could be successful, I'd choose Pokemon. I love Pokemon. I know a lot of Pokemon lore and details, so I'd happily make that work if I could, but I probably would never change it since I enjoy the Arkham games so much. But yeah, if I had to pick, I'd pick Pokemon. The problem is, like, Pokemon is already such a filled niche. Like, there's so many YouTubers for Pokemon that it'd be hard for me to do anything unique, and which is something I don't like. I like to do something that's a little straying away from the norm. But yeah, I mean, I would be a Pokemon YouTuber if I could. Travis asks what my favorite game is purely from a story perspective. It'd be Red Dead Redemption 2 for sure. I love the characters in Red Dead. It was literally a perfect game in terms of the story to me. It had emotional moments, had badass moments, had good character development for so many characters. Dutch was awesome and memorable, and he was such a meme when you wanted him to be. I love seeing John Marston go from this douchebag to an actual father. I can gush all day about this game. It was really well done. And I think it's my favorite story of all time, honestly. I can't think of another video game that really excels to those heights. I don't know, man. There's something about that game that I love. The Phantom Gaming Bro asks, what would you actually want to see in a Superman game made by Rocksteady? Really, literally just an Arkham-style Superman game, like with upgrades appropriate for Superman, like a stronger heat vision, or you could fly faster, things like that. I want there to be a free-flow combat system in the style of Superman and make the enemies actually tough for him to beat, like Kryptonite-enhanced enemies or something. I don't know, but you can make it work. You can make a Superman game work with enemies, like, you know, just have them be on Superman's level somehow. But I think just giving Superman the same love Batman got is all I want from Rocksteady or any studio giving Superman a chance, honestly. It's a long overdue game, and the fact that seemingly no one is making a game for the character yet blows my mind, man. We're not going to see a Superman game for a long time, I feel, which hurts to say. Cheeseburger asks, what's my favorite Batman media of all time? Honestly, it would be the Arkham games. In terms of enjoyment, these games have given me the most enjoyment as far as video games go overall. The universe is well done for the most part. I love finding little details and Easter eggs in these games to this day. And a game just gives you way more enjoyment that I think a movie can't do, or a comic or anything, because there's so much more you can cram into a video game that those other mediums can't in like one issue or one movie. And considering I play video games all the time, yeah, man, I just say the Arkham games is my favorite Batman media, even if it's not arguably the best universe, or objectively, I don't know, it's all opinionated, but you know what I'm trying to say? I think the Arkham universe is my favorite Batman media of all time. Cody Smithy asks, if I didn't have YouTube, what would I do? Honestly, no idea. With law enforcement, my heart really wasn't in it. I can't imagine myself going back, but maybe I'd go do something else like be a dispatcher. I think if I put the time and effort, I could do that. Maybe I would have gone into the car business as well, since I know a lot of people around me are in that business, and that's also a thing I could have been into. That would probably be the first ideas that would come to mind, but I honestly don't know. I always just kind of winged my entire life. I just kind of go with the wind. And yeah, man, somehow I ended up on YouTube, so I'm really happy about that. The Cat Player asks if I ever get bored of having an entire channel dedicated to one game series, and if I'm afraid the channel might die. Honestly, I'm not afraid the channel will die. Is that a possibility? Yes, of course, I'm fully aware that the channel could die. But the fact that I'm able to get this far is a blessing already, man. If it dies, I'll just be glad I got as far as I did. Every day is a blessing, dude. And I have the ability to find other jobs and get my crap together if that does be the case. So it's not like I solely depend on YouTube. I have other plans should the channel die. I hope it doesn't, obviously, but if it does, I will always be glad I got as far as I did and be thankful for the memories I have. And no, I don't think I get bored of having a channel dedicated to one series. I'll never get tired of these games, and if I want to, I think I could expand. Like I said, I've made videos on other things before that did well. So it's not like it's impossible for me to make other videos, but I love the Arkham games so much. I don't know. I don't get bored of them. I still have a ton of ideas. There's still Arkham games coming out. Like, it's not a franchise that's put on ice. So yeah, man, we'll see where my channel is in like 2 years. Elto Gaming asks what my high school experience was like. It was really chill, dude. I mean, I was very much a regular guy. Like, I had my group of friends. I was a huge video gamer, and I just played video games all the time after school. I didn't enter any clubs or join any sports. I was an introvert. I'm gonna be honest. I was very much an introvert. Like, I was low-key really shy in high school, and that made me very awkward in communicating with other people. Nowadays, though, I wouldn't say I'm a huge introvert. I go out way more often and enjoy things that I didn't used to enjoy. But yeah, I was very much in my own world. And really nothing exciting to me happened in high school. I was just in the background in terms of high school doing my own thing. Like, I had my own friends. I had my video games. That is all I needed back then. Rachel Williams asked what my favorite boss battle from the Arkham series is. It is Deathstroke from Arkham Origins. What I really love about this boss fight is the music goes so hard. The boss fight plays really unique in the sense that other bosses in the Arkham series didn't really have this interactive and engaging combat style that Deathstroke had, and it's very visually pleasing. It's just an awesome boss fight. When you play these games a million times like I have, bosses like Mr. Freeze, it loses its flair because for me, it's just really easy and it's just a very simple way of taking him down. Slade doesn't because it's just a lot more fast-paced of a fight, more adrenaline-inducing, I guess. And to me, it's just the best boss fight in terms of those things and also being very visually pleasing. Arkham Mall asks, what 3 superheroes would I become if I had the chance? First one would be the Flash, for sure. Having super speed would just make my life a trillion times easier. I mean, doing everything in super speed, cleaning your room, going from one place to another, never having to book another airplane flight, it's awesome, man. The next one would be Superman, I guess, because I would just have every power, basically. I would rather be faster, which is why I picked the Flash, but yeah. And my third would probably be like a super genius like Tony Stark. I think I'd be Iron Man, so I would never have to worry about any mechanical or engineer problems ever again. Being a genius would make my life a lot easier too. So yeah, those would be my 3. Any powers that can just make my everyday life easier, I'd pick those guys. HJI asks, how do I balance between YouTube and school? So I don't go to school. I already graduated from college, like I said. But I wanted to answer this because between YouTube, streaming, making videos constantly on top of all my real life stuff, there is a balance because it's all on me, right? I have to make these videos and stream and nobody tells me to do it. I have to make the time to do it myself and tell myself mentally to go do that. I do want to go over my schedule because I'm pretty happy about it. Like, usually starting from like Monday, I go to the gym first thing in the morning. I do that from Monday to Friday. And right after, I'll shower and take care of like real life stuff like any other adult would. After that is when I stream. I stream for like 3 to 4 hours typically, and then after is where I make and edit my videos. And I'll wake up at like 10 a.m. to do this entire process, and after doing all of that, the day is now like around 8, 9, 10 p.m. I actually love it because feeling productive gives me satisfaction, but I want to make sure that I speak with my friends and family and stuff too, so I don't become an indoor rat, right? So the later half of the week is when I'm usually done making videos. So that's when I do that. I spend time with friends and family, and I also spend the weekend with them as well. And yeah, I love it. Balance is kind of hard for people. It is easy when you organize it in a way that works for you, but that's easier said than done. But yeah, man, doing YouTube, I noticed that like the thing is that no one forces you to do anything. I have to force myself to do it. So there are times I find myself procrastinating, which isn't a good thing, because then that means that like rest of the week might be a little bit more difficult. So yeah, at times I'm like pretty lazy, but I managed to get the job done for the week. And the final question comes from the real Panda Boy. Asks, what fuels my creativity and ability to pump out content so consistently? So I try to upload one full video a week, and I try to stream at least 4 to 5 times a week. And I used to upload shorts every day, and I might get back to that soon, but we'll see. I think what fuels my creativity is just how exciting the whole process is. I don't know, my mind keeps creating tons and tons of video ideas that it kind of gets overwhelming to organize it all and pick what videos to make and when to make them. I think having these videos that to an extent are original and being able to share what I love and see other people enjoy it is what really fuels my creativity. I really couldn't give you a straight answer though. Like, I just love making and editing videos in general, so that spark is still there for me to keep making videos. And I also tell myself every day that every day is a blessing. What I'm able to do for a quote-unquote job is something that I understand is difficult, and it's a blessing, and it's not something that everyone can do, unfortunately. And because of those things, I never take advantage of it. And I always remind myself that, and it keeps me pushing and driving to keep on making videos. Sometimes you just gotta remind yourself how lucky you are in the positions that you are in. I've always told myself that before YouTube and before all these other jobs I've had. So it's just, you know, keeping that mindset keeps me from being dull in my creativity process, which is why I'm able to pump out content pretty consistently, and what also fuels my creativity for making these videos. And that is my 100K Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed the questions I picked out. Like I said, I'm sorry if I didn't pick your question, but there's so many, and some of them just kind of overlap. So I tried to pick 20 that were more unique and stuff that was more broad. So I hope you enjoyed the selection I had. I might do a stream where I answer other questions, but yeah, man, I hope you enjoyed. I really do appreciate 100,000 subscribers. I know I said it just feels the same because, I mean, nothing realistically changes in terms of my process of making videos, but it's been a huge milestone, and I was able to get it relatively fast, I guess 2.5 years. Words cannot describe how much I appreciate it. But if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, share. Not my typical video, but I definitely needed to do this for my 100K. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe and peace.